The Great Illusion. The secret history of capitalism versus socialism. It is the longest, loudest, and most expensive argument in human history. This isn't just a debate between economists in dusty libraries. It's a fight that has toppled empires, bankrupted superpowers, and literally split the planet in half. For over a century, capitalism and socialism weren't just theories. They were battle lines. But here is the truth that ideology influencers never tell you. Neither system ever worked the way the textbooks promised. Not once. Not anywhere. When the pressure of reality, war, famine, and inflation hit the fan, the truth emerged with brutal clarity. Welcome to The Financial Historian, where we strip away the propaganda to see how money and power actually move the world. The zero-sum trap. To understand where we are, you have to understand where we started. For 99% of human history, the economy didn't exist. There was only survival. This was the Malthusian trap, a world where human progress moved slower than a glacier. Wealth wasn't created, it was taken. If a king got richer, it was because he took more land from a neighbor or more grain from a peasant. It was a zero-sum game. The idea that an ordinary person could innovate their way to wealth would have sounded like literal madness. The Industrial Rupture. Then came the late 1700s. Britain became a pressure cooker of coal, iron, and ambition. The Industrial Revolution didn't just invent machines. It invented the future. For the first time, wealth wasn't tied to land. It was tied to capital. Capitalism unleashed a level of productivity the world had never seen. It broke the Malthusian trap, but the birth of this system was ugly. It was fueled by 12-hour shifts for children, cities choked in black soot, and a level of inequality that felt like a new kind of slavery. Capitalism was a Ferrari with no brakes. It was fast, powerful, and incredibly dangerous. The socialist counterpunch. Socialism wasn't born in a vacuum. It was a desperate reaction to that brutality. When Karl Marx looked at the factory floors, he didn't see opportunity. He saw stolen labor. The theory was elegant. If the workers owned the means of production, the boom and bust cycles of greed would vanish. No more exploitation. No more starving while the elite feasted. For millions living under the gears of early industrialism, socialism didn't sound like a political choice. It sounded like justice. The reality check. The information problem. The first real test happened in 1917 in the ashes of the Russian Empire. The Soviets tried to run a massive economy like a single giant office. They replaced prices with plans, but they ran into a deep reality called the economic calculation problem. In a market, prices tell you what people need. High prices mean make more. Low prices mean stop. By deleting prices, the Soviet bureaucrats became blind. They could build a nuclear rocket, but they couldn't figure out how to get enough bread to a grocery store in Siberia. The system designed to end scarcity ended up creating lines that lasted for decades. The Great Depression. Capitalism's heart attack. However, capitalism wasn't winning by default. In 1929, the system suffered a global heart attack. The Great Depression proved that capitalism, if left completely free, has a tendency to commit suicide. Banks collapsed, unemployment hit 25%, and the invisible hand of the market seemed to be strangling the working class. This was the turning point. Capitalism realized it had to evolve or die. It began borrowing from its enemy. It added social security, labor unions, and safety nets. Capitalism didn't stay pure, it became a hybrid. The modern hybrid. Every system is a mix. Today, the capitalism versus socialism debate is mostly a ghost story. Look at the reality. Scandinavia is often called socialist, but they are hyper-capitalist free markets with high taxes used for social stability. China claims to be socialist, but it runs on state-directed capitalism, private firms driving growth under the thumb of a central party. The United States calls itself capitalist, But its government spends trillions on social programs and bailouts for too big to fail corporations. The truth is embarrassing in its simplicity. Every successful economy on Earth today is a mixed economy. We use markets for innovation and the state for stability. The final lesson: history didn't choose a side. History chose whatever prevented total collapse. Human nature doesn't disappear under either system. Under pure capitalism, greed becomes exploitation. Under pure socialism, equality becomes stagnation and corruption. The real question for the 21st century isn't which system is better. It's who controls the levers of power? Whether it's a billionaire in a boardroom or a bureaucrat in a government office, the struggle is the same. Power doesn't vanish. It just changes clothes. If you want to understand the forces shaping your bank account and your future, you have to look past the labels. History has the answers. You just have to know where to look. Hit subscribe, and let's keep digging.